Homegrown Heroes is back, and this year I've got a new recruit.
Kia ora touch whānau, it's time to nominate the unsung volunteers who put the mahi in for the sport we love.
Enter them now for the chance to win $5,000 for their touch community.
Kia ora team, George here from Touch NZ. Now we all enjoy a bit of touch, but without a proper warm-up, the chances of being injured are massively increased. So to keep you on the field and out of the emergency room, Touch NZ have made a short and easy warm-up series for all levels, proven to lower the chance of injury by close to 50%. So head on over to our site and check them out. Play safe, play smart.
No mai hoki mai te iwi and Luke. 2 down, 4 to go, and what a start. Great performances from our last two teams, Thames Valley, who took on the Might of the Southland, coached by one of the best coaches, and now we have our first of the under-18 boys grade. These games are always 1,000 miles an hour, Luke. We've got the Otago under-18 boys playing against the Davis whānau. Oops, I meant the Canterbury under-18 boys team. I'm really looking forward to this game. I know when I looked at the draw middle of this week and I seen this game coming up, I thought this is going to be a cracker. As we see there, the three referees, Mitchell Bailey, Caleb Downs and Richie Heap. This is probably one of the strongest crews that you'll see running around here this weekend, Luke. Caleb Downs, definitely one of the up-and-comers. Richie Heap, long-time top referee. And then also Bailey finishing off that team. What's your expectations in terms of what we think we'll see in this game against with Canterbury and Otago?
Yeah, kia ora Maya, and kia ora to everybody watching at home or from wherever you are. And welcome the Otago under-18 boys, as we see there, coached by Henry Mitchell-Colley, with assistants Will Chalice and Dylan Pledger. A couple of players to look out for in that team would be Jeremiah Tuunga Vātapu and Jackson Hewen have been a couple to look out for. And going over to the Canterbury team, Maya.
Here they are, Davis and Davis. That's why I see the Davis whānau. Great to see Michael Davis there, the coach. Again, it's really hard to say one of the top players from Canterbury because all the players that are in Canterbury, some of our best and so many of our best come from that area, but he's definitely one of them. There with Michelle Davis, but really excited about this game. Seen a few of these boys play at the secondary schools from both teams. It is a battle of the South, the battle of not quite the South like Southland, but Otago versus Canterbury. And like you said, unfortunately don't get as many opportunities to play each other in IPS tournaments like we used to back in the day, but I know that there will be a rivalry that goes back a long time, and they will be wanting to beat each other more than they're even thinking about the national title at this stage of the tournament, Luke.
Yeah, definitely, Maya. Looking at the two lineups here, and as we talked about earlier, the South Island and the resurgence of South Island touch football, definitely at this age group, has been pushing quite strongly in the last few years, and this will be no different. A good ding-dong battle, and even the coaching staff amongst both crews here, very capable. On your screen, we'll see Otago in the blue and yellow and white when it gets to it from left to right, and Canterbury in the red and black from right to left.
Straight into it, as we can see the speed and the power. Here we have Otago hot on attack. Fresh set, nope. Just looking out to the ref. Penalty there just for not moving forward. Otago another set. Man, I love the speed of the boys' games. 100 miles an hour. Very dynamic. See there, number 10 from Otago. Key player the coach was talking to us about, Mania Lessa. Here he is with his hands on the ball. Just a simple... Yep, I thought there was a touch. The body language gave it away there from the Canterbury player. He tried to convince the ref it wasn't, but once the ref put his hand up for 6 more. Otago here. This will be their third opportunity down on the scoreline. Jackson Boyd takes it in. Here he is with the ball.
Yeah, just testing out their defence. There's these 3 Otago players. As you've already said, Maya, the speed has picked up considerably. Quite compressed here, the 4 of them, so maybe looking at a pass. And there was picked up by the wind. The referee there will be calling a forward pass, and Canterbury will come into their first possession of the game.
Forward pass, our kupu Mauri for forward pass. Maka whakamua. That's our first one of the game. Canterbury now, first time with the ball, working themselves away. This is the part, whenever I had the opportunity of refereeing the Canterbury teams, this is the part I thought that they destroyed all the other teams on, particularly the North Island teams. Just their quality exits, really direct, 100 miles an hour. And then you'd get someone like Nazar Silbury coming off from the box around the back. I think I used to call the 4th touch and then just start sprinting towards the dead ball line because I knew he was going to get through. But good set of D from Otago. Nice little extra pass there. Second touch, nearly up to halfway. Now across to their box, just looking to get fresh legs on. Really strong players, the number 10 from Otago. Manai Alisa. Oh, here we go. I'm loving that hairstyle. Tight 7 metres there. Maybe a little bit hard done by. Good defence from Canterbury.
Yeah, Tuhinga Vaitupu has been one of the players to look out for, and you can't miss him with his hair and colour there, but he just showed in his first real strike at the line that he can make it through. Canterbury with the turnover early in their set. What we have seen already is both teams looking at little extras, shall we say. Probably a little bit more structured than we've seen this morning, and with a bit more purpose and a bit more IQ in some of the plays that they're running at this stage.
Here he is. Oh, it's not his hair. I'm sure that's a hat. Number 14 from Otago. Yeah, really not much on there. I thought that probably deserved a little bit more there, Otago, but Canterbury, good defence. Again, straight back into the part of the game that I think that region of New Zealand has always been the best at. The exit from their scoreline.
Yeah, Canterbury have 8 returning players this year and 8 new players to make up their 16. They have a couple of players in Maddox Wright and Will Haig that will be also in the Canterbury Open Men's in the upcoming Opens Nationals.
Look at the speed, just one end to the other. We just seen Canterbury ramming it down the middle. Now Otago, oh, great yard there, beautiful work. What's he? Oh, so unlucky. It's a really hard one. It hit the Canterbury defender's head. He technically wasn't doing anything wrong, even though he's in an offside position. All he's required to do is ensure that he gets into an onside position. Just unfortunately hit him at a falcon. He might say he positioned himself perfectly. Loving the yards. This is a battle of the yards. Both teams doing really well, definitely getting themselves into positions to attack. Accuracy on the end of those yards, not the best so far. Strong touch there from the Otago middle. Here we see 6 again here from Canterbury.
Yeah, I think Canterbury benefited from the Pakaharawa, the heavy touch through the field, and that gave him the position to get down here and have a strike. They got the turnover there on the back end of the set with the Otago player going for the intercept. Rather compressed here through the middle part of the field, but I would imagine Canterbury and knowing Mikey Davis, they might go a little bit more expansive here.
Good D by Jack Salt. We see Matafa. Just a tap on. What is that? Touch and pass or a touch? Touch and pass. Referee Richie Heat calls the touch and pass. Otago, look at this, Luke. They are very, very strong at these yards. And my bad. Sorry, Otago.
The curse. The curse. Good pressure there from Maddox Wright and the Canterbury team coming up and pressing. And unfortunately, that pass just went a little bit behind the Otago player.
surprised haven't seen many long balls so far in these two games. I know you said it's windy, but I don't think it's such where we can't see those passes. Seems to have his hands on the ball quite a lot. Number 10, William Haig. And the number 11.
Yeah, just on 6 minutes. I think it's a little bit of feeling each other out as well. Looking at what they're running here.
Haig there. Went for the dive, unfortunately dropped it. Otago now. I'm not going to say anything. Oh. Yes. I'm 20 metres upfield from that pass, but even I seen that was forward. Huge forward pass there from Otago. Surprised that there's been some really good opportunities in terms of they've been in good positions to attack, but no touchdowns. Anything that you're seeing, Luke, as to the reason why?
I think it's just feeling the game out a little bit at the moment. I don't know whether it's so much of nerves or just getting their timing right. Just a couple of little things there. The platforms, the rucks, identifying who they should be getting. They've created a couple of opportunities. That's probably going against the grain, going back down the short side. But we'll see what they run here with a little looper play. And again, there's that passive play, but the timing, the accuracy of the execution is missing just a little bit at this stage. And hopefully that'll pick up. That'll pick up in the next 5 or so minutes. Some good yards there from Hewan.
Great yard. Wanting to pick off the back of this. Just getting those little extra yards. Getting the two defenders up. Oh, surely he was offside. Oh. I think Canterbury let off a couple of times on the end there. And Otago probably a little bit hard done by. Could have been awarded a play through for touchdowns.
Yeah, Fuchigama there, number 8 for Canterbury, has been a player that we've been told to look out for and keep an eye on in this one.
Yeah, he was sharp. The last tournament I watched him at, really sharp. Hasn't had the opportunity of ball in hand yet down on at the attacking end, but definitely really, really sharp.
Yeah, just looking at how the game's unfolding at this stage, I imagine the coaches will be trying to get the messages out there. Maybe just slow it down a little bit, complete the sets, get the ball to ground nice and early, make sure, and then look to get a bit of flow, a bit of rhythm, and then get a good quality strike off the back end. It's like a sweep play coming here.
Yeah, probably just missed the trick on that sweep play. I think he stepped back and gave straight away. Maybe that's part of the plan, but I'm not sure he held that defender and that defender actually was able to sweep right across the back and snuff the end out there. But enterprising play from Otago, and they'll have another opportunity to do it here as we see a whole line change for the Canterbury under-18 boys team. Fresh legs, which will be needed. Number 13, hands on the ball from Otago. Jack Salt working in the middle with Jackson Harvey. We see Harvey off to Salt. Going to set things up out left.
Yeah, some really good communication there from the middles, Wata'afa and Vincent. As you can see there, communicating a lot with his other middle and with his link as well.
Yeah, real contrast, I think, in terms of, like you said, Canterbury, really good communication on D, super connected, Otago not much, and I'm not sure the comms from Otago was so great with regards to they all knew what they were going to do. I think there's maybe 2 or 3 different thoughts happening, and Canterbury snuffed it out with real good defence, and like you say, through that foundation of good comms.
What I have seen a couple of times now, Maya, is all great Canterbury teams in the past. If the past is gone and the second efforts, the Canterbury teams have always been strong in that area. And we've seen it a couple of times there on the line where they've potentially beaten the first player, but the other person coming from the other side is making the effort to get across and cover him.
Jackson Hewan, the number 5. Cook off to Hewan. Better, but again, pretty easy for the defence, the Canterbury defence. Worked their way out through that orange zone you talked about in our last game. Key area of the field. It's almost like a battle of the yards and the D, not so much the attack. nil all. Just gone 10 minutes in the first half. Holy moly. Never as fast as you, Luke?
No, almost as fast as his dad. I think that's Ladanian Davis, Mikey's young fella. And just on that, they actually have 3 boys in there. Ladanian, Nehana Mataafa, who we mentioned earlier, and Hiro, were all in the 16 boys in previous years gone past. There's also the captain, Macklin Robertson, son of a certain Scott Robertson, who we're all backing 100 this coming year, and the future years. And a number of these boys as well were involved with the St Andrews mixed team at the New Zealand secondary schools just past at the start of the season, and they got gold from that. So it's good to see them here applying their trade in the 18s boys grade, and then a few of them as well going up and stepping up into the opens.
Big opportunity for Otago. Get on the same page. That's the second touch. 4 to go. Just need someone to take leadership. Direct the team around. Tad forward. That wind again. Much better though. He's seen some leadership. I think it was from the number 10 from Otago, Anaya. Just marshalling the troops around so they're all on the same page.
Yeah, I think Otago in the second half, or maybe towards the back end of this first half, will probably be looking to commit the Canterbury defence to a corner. At the moment, they seem to be sliding off and going back to more of a man D. But if they can commit them to that corner first and then look at the opportunities of the long balls or the short ballers, we've seen a couple of link passes.
You've coached at this age level before?
Yeah, a few moons ago, I think back in 16 and 15, when it was under 17s and under 15s, with the Counties Manukau team.
And what's some of the differences you noticed in terms of how the game's played now versus back when you were coaching in this grade?
Probably definitely the touch IQ. A lot of younger players now, and there's probably more accessibility to YouTube and a lot of learnings that you can get, whereas possibly before you couldn't get that. So there's a lot more exposure of touch to watch, and it's great. People like all groups like Whakaata Māori being able to expose our game and at various levels. And I think now it's, like we talked about earlier, the athletes. There's that guy again, Hewan. He's been controlling quite a bit already for Otago, and he's gone with the slide dive, which is great to see, and you'll see the benefits of getting that low. Also his range, the ball just makes it to the line, not miles over the line. So a good finish there, and well done to Jackson.
Yeah, that was real quality. He didn't look rushed at all. He looked like he had all the time in the world and made that look easy. So well done, Otago. First piro of the game, 1-0. Canterbury now wanting to hit back straight away. Draw and pass, or nice read from the one. I could see it in his eyes. I knew he was waiting for that. What did you do the old, oh damn, I dropped it so I didn't have to run the whole way? Did you ever do those ones, or nah, gas to burn you down the other end?
No, all the time. All the time.
That was so good what he created. Unfortunately, he just didn't get it out to the winger. He had them done for numbers there, the number 6 from Canterbury. Maddox right. Here with the ball, looking long. Oh, touchdown.
It's down. A little adapted floater pass there, or sinker pass as some may call it. Just trying to get it over the outstretched arm of the link. He did get a hand to it, but unfortunately he went back and into the arms of Sam Mutchin.
One each, Otago. There we go. The game's come alive now with no seconds to go on the clock. Otago under 18s versus Canterbury under 18s boys. Game 3 of our live stream. 1-1 as we go into halftime.
Homeground Heroes is back, and this year I've got a new recruit.
Kia ora touch whānau, it's time to nominate the unsung volunteers who put the mahi in for the sport we love.
Enter them now for the chance to win $5,000 for their touch community.
Kia ora team, George here from Touch NZ. Now we all enjoy a bit of touch, but without a proper warm-up, the chances of being injured are massively increased. So to keep you on the field and out of the emergency room, Touch NZ have made a short and easy warm-up series for all levels, proven to lower the chance of injury by close to 50%. So head on over to our site and check them out. Play safe, play smart.
Luke, 1-1. We had 1-1 at the end of the first half of the second game. We're talking about, enterprising touch, but not much scoring. Next minute, boom, 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 and there was about 6 touchdowns in the second half. So we look through the 2 touchdowns we got. First by Otago. We've seen the number 5 here. Just look at all the time in the world, but really, really skillful, doing everything properly, accurately. Gets under, gets low, slides the ball, no slam dunk. And then again with the Canterbury team, like you said, just trying to pop it over the link defender, gets a hand to it, actually sets it up even nicer for the number 12 from Canterbury to tie it up 1-1. What do you take out of that first half if you're either team, Luke?
Yeah, I think both the coaches now would have had a good look at what the defensive policies and systems are that are getting run, and we should be able to see it straight away, what the coaches are going to implement. I think there's been a couple of potential drop balls or little messy ruts and stuff like that I want to clean up and just be consistent, be fluid, especially through the middle part of the field or the orange part of the field. And then I think off the back of that we should hopefully see a couple more tries, and we'll see how big these 7s are from the referees, see if they open it up a little bit more. But I'm looking forward to this half now. They would have got back, got a bit of composure, got back to neutral. It was good to see Hewen score on that low dive and that one there. I look for Otago to go back there and see if they get any more purchase of it. Sort of reminded me of a young Nui Bartlett back in the day. He was a very well-established diver.
Canterbury get us underway in the second half of the third live stream game here on day 1 of the 2024 Bunnings Youth Nationals Touch Championship. Sweet play to start with, steps back up his right. You see, that's much better, and we just see what happens when you're in the sub box. The coach is giving you clear direction, you know what you're going out to get involved in. Good touch there by the winger, good set by both teams, much better, a lot more intentional, everyone knowing what they're up to. Otago worked themselves away, good little first extra pass, maybe just going for a little bit too much. 2020 vision, what is it? Hindsight's 2020. Canterbury now another great opportunity.
Yeah, be really interesting to see what Canterbury are looking to run here. I see Ladanian Davis on the pitch there and Maddox right. It looks like the ball is gone. The referee said play on, and it will be a finish there. Henry King finishing with a dot down out wide. Running the plus play. Instead of giving the ML or the 33 peel, giving it to the splitter.
That sounded like the alphabet and the numbers all mixed together. What's the ML?
Yeah, the ML is like a middle link where the 2 middles will plant and a link will come down a lane. The person will pass on the ball, the dummy half will pass on the ball and wrap.
2-1, Canterbury over Otago. Here's the first try scorer of the game. The number 5, Jackson Hugan. After number 2, beautiful left to right pass, steps back, created numbers. 5th touch here, this is the last. Just a bit of eyes up footy. The winger there, the number 2, Camden Burge. It looked like he created space out of nothing there for a second. The Canterbury defender was like, oh no, I was just expecting this to be an easy one. 2nd touch, 3rd touch, right back up on halfway. Great work here. Not just looking for the sub, unfortunately just running over the mark, but that was really good. Not just looking for the sub, but getting every yard he could.
Yeah, Canterbury working themselves towards the Paetaha, towards the sideline for that smooth transition. As you can see there, both hole runners, and you can see the opportunity a bit wider there. They've got the winger, number 3, Henry King. We'll be looking for number 2. I'm pretty sure the players or the coaching staff would have picked up on that.
Big set of D here by Canterbury. Sending two up the wave D. Otago have done well to get through to that. 2 touches to go. Key drive. Great little extra pass. Needs to keep going forward. Something out of nothing. Did he get it away? So unfortunately on the 5th touch there, you're seeing Luke, the number 7 from Otago, just held up that momentum. Probably just needed to understand, go find that defender so we can get this ball down.
Yeah, I think if they get the opportunity to do that same setup again, the dummy half commit that player to their corner, step back, there'll be opportunities. They've just shown Canterbury what their defensive systems will do, especially from that far out. So look for Otago to expose that more towards the back end of this half.
Otago, they're unlucky. I'm not sure what the defender could have done when the Canterbury player plants the ball behind your legs. However, you take the good with the bad, and Canterbury will definitely take that reset. So you see here Davis. Gasterburn gets a quickie. Not quite. Just setting things up. This is a much better setup here from Canterbury as they come short side. I think they thought that was the 5th.
Yeah, it's a good defensive set there from Otago, keeping up the Canterbury team. This is a good first drive as well. They're up to 3 by halfway. They should be around the 10 on the 4th. And a really, really good touch there from Tom Robertson. He just read the play, held some space in between him, the link and the winger, and managed to make that touch.
I think for both teams, it's almost like they're getting 95% of what they need to, right? But it's that 5% they're not. That's costing them significantly. Just in terms of on the 5th touch, maybe not going and hunting that defender so you can get the ball down, or just that extra pass. Just probably need to be disciplined, stay with what they've been training for over the last at least 3 to 6 months. Trusting that training. And then letting their natural skills and talents flourish within that. Both teams have no trouble getting to the other end's attack, to the other end, to the attacking scoreline, but it's just getting across that. Jackson.
Yeah, we're in that grind part of the game here where it will be a little bit of end to end. It'll be all about who will stay disciplined.
This almost looks like the opposite of most teams you've played for, I imagine, where you would flourish down the end, those ends of the field, as opposed to through the middle.
Yeah, no, this is...
You're laughing because you don't know whether to take that as a compliment or not.
I'll take it as is. No, it's... I mean, it's good to see them get into these tight games. I'm interested here in what the coaches are seeing and what they want to adapt and change, and then the ability or capability of the players to go and implement that on the field. As you see now, Canterbury will have another attacking play.
In your experience, how much impact can you have as a coach during the game?
Yeah, I think you can see quite a lot that's happening. As a player, you generally can see a wee bit of what's happening around you or there or thereabouts, but as a coach you can see the bigger picture, and you can see and read defensive policies and systems and players and see what they're doing. We can see here Canterbury have gone to a similar play now about 4 or 5 times, and obviously that's not working, so we'll see Mikey maybe add a little adjustment or a little extra or a little tips play to try and counter the Otago defence.
I guess my question's, I fully understand that you'd be able to see everything, but how much impact do you have in terms of when you give that information across and that actually there is some follow through out on the field?
I think it's up to the coaches, mate, and the systems that you have running. Different coaches work differently. Some are a lot more animated. Some get out messages with particular players and they're your controllers, your organisers. Whereas others leave it up to the players and they try and instill that early in the piece through their preparation. And but yeah, for me personally, I think you can see a lot and adapt the game quite quickly. It's about your preparation and how you can have the players prepared for that.
Backdoor play. There he is, Davis. Steps off his right. Good defence there. Jackson had him covered. Third touch. Hitting left, off. Beautiful left to right. I guess sometimes too, when the athletes are just so athletic, you can't, just because you're fast doesn't mean you can gas someone on the outside, because he's just as fast too. And I think that's really key in terms of the manipulation of defences and gates and stuff like that you've talked about previously.
Yeah, see, this is a good set here from Otago. A lot of intent, and they've earned the right. They've got that penalty. So well done to Otago. They held out a good defensive set. Good touch there by the winger on the 6th. And now they're into a good position to attack.
Yeah, I heard myself saying a lot during the secondary schools that transition, the orange zone you talked about, there was a lot of mistakes in there. These two teams have no problem with the orange zone. It's money for them. It's bread and butter. It's just what's happening at the end in terms of the percentages and their accuracy and the end of set outcomes. Otago now a great opportunity to tie this one up. Oh, I think was he the one? No, that's right. The pass was going over him in the first half. That's right.
Yeah, so Canterbury now, as we talked about, getting back to this orange zone or trying to dominate through the yardage, through the field. I think, like Otago showed in that last one, the key to this next 5 minutes will be, who can take a deep breath, who can assert themselves through that middle part of the field, and play with a little bit of speed.
Oh, that was a great effort from the Otago winger to turn around and chase out. I think that was the number 1, Alex Piebinger. Beautiful turnaround and chase out. He was almost 20 metres infield when he had to turn around and adjust to that long ball. Great work from him. Good defence so far from Canterbury. We've got a call here in the ref. What do we get there? Offside.
Tuhapa offside from the Canterbury, was the middle there.
You get sick of being told that when you were playing?
Never offside. Hey? Never offside.
Luke, tuhapa. You would have thought someone's doing a haka next to you, eh? Just constantly saying that to you all the time. You know what I used to love is when I'd be talking to you, telling you to get the rink on side, which you were awesome at, but just unfortunately you weren't. But it was almost like because you were helping the rink get on side, it was kei-te-pai for you to, be back 4. That shows you how old I am. I'm still talking about the 5.
Yeah, we're playing 7 metres now, Whānau.
Must have been why I retired. I couldn't get them back 5, let alone 7. Jeeves. 2-1.
So we get a quick down here from Canterbury and then a good strong finish on the 5th. And just in the Otago winger there holding off, and if Canterbury can get a chop line in behind that save, I think there could be an opportunity there, or he's going to pull in that Otago winger for the long ball.
Just both teams so good through this area. Really, really sharp. Oh, great momentum on the end of this. Straw and pass, and they're in. Excellent recovery there from the Canterbury link, the number 6. Maddox right. Beautiful recovery. I thought Otago had them beaten, but just that athleticism that he showed. Great work there from Maddox right. Saving a try to ensure that Canterbury stayed 2-1 up with 3 minutes to go, Luke.
Yeah, 3 minutes. Canterbury here looking to assert himself.
Oh, what's your call on that one?
Yeah, very, very close one, but I feel the Canterbury team have put themselves in a position now, and those are 50-50, mate, and sometimes you just got to scratch it, get back to neutral, and as an old mate said, goldfish. The goldfish is a memory span of 10 seconds, so that's another way to get over it and what's your next job.
You're welcome.
In through to the touchdown zone. Great work there. just showing the ball, getting the defender to release out, getting back in deep into the in-goal area, finding that pass, Luke.
Yeah, running the sweep play, and straight away, number 14, Macklin Robertson, seeing the opportunity, taking the short side and getting the ball away for the try, which extends it out to 3-1 now to Canterbury. Oh. Yes, it is 3-1, I've just been told. There we go.
Much better set from Canterbury. Otago now. For them to get another one here. Just good defence. At the end of the day, sometimes it's hard to score a try when the defence is just really that good. 2 to go. Again, set things up. Get a penalty maybe for roll? No. Jackson with the ball. Beautiful try there from Jackson. Almost very similar way to the one he scored in the first half, although this time a little bit more in the middle of the field, Luke.
Yeah, there he goes again. That man coming down the lane, looking at the option back to the open side and seeing that the number 11 from Canterbury had squared up and just took him to its outside. So well done, Jackson. Another slide dive. There's that word, slide dive. Good finish on the back end. That brings it to 3-2 to Canterbury with just under a minute to go.
Yeah, you often hear one of the characteristics of top quality players is time and space, and he always looks like he's got a lot of time on his hands. Just mesmerised the defence, got on the outside and in for a great touchdown. 3-2, 40 seconds to go. Otago will get probably a half a set if they can hold Canterbury out here. Canterbury wanting to get across, shut the game out. Last touch. I'll get it over with, I'm going to say 3 touches. Looking for a quick turnover and a scoop on the second if they want to give themselves a chance.
Good old Canterbury play there, the old split X or show X at the back end of the set.
Gonna need to go down here. Oh, option. Jackson down the... Ooh. I don't think there was a player there.
If they're going to get another roll, and no, they're not. Chuck long.
Oh, just for good measure. Number 9 from Canterbury. George Golter, the captain, way to finish off a game. As we see here, the skipper reaches up, gets the ball, puts on the afterburners, and no one within sight. It's down for an easy touchdown, taking Canterbury to a clear lead and win 4-2 in the third of our live stream games in the first of our boys under 18. So well done to Canterbury, 4-2 over Otago.
It's another heads up too. We've got an exclusive tournament discount from our partner at ASICS, the official footwear partner of
Homeground Heroes is back, and this year I've got a new recruit.
Kia ora touch whānau, it's time to nominate the unsung volunteers who put the mahi in for the sport we love.
Enter them now for the chance to win $5,000 for their touch community.